and I'll chop them down like karate. I see none of you here can stop me. It's obvious, you're too sloppy.
Well, even with all the buildings along the Las Vegas Strip and all the action here, this is one of the city's biggest attractions. Allegiant Stadium opened back in 2020. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the Green Bay Packers and the Las Vegas Raiders. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. He'll get this to the 24, and it's second down. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. And Corral will throw it. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for a Las Vegas first down. The Raiders at 3-2, a game over 500 here to start the season. And they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down.
And that's something you have to get ready for defensively, because in today's NFL, teams will use their wide receivers on jet sweeps, end arounds. They'll move it back in the backfield and make them running backs. Partner, this was much more of a tap pass, but effective nonetheless.
And I think both guys love it. If you're a quarterback, it's an easy completion. If you're a wide receiver, you get the easy reception and also a chance to try to make a play with your feet. Corral with it on first down. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
And we're going to see this offense try and spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside third of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
On 2nd and 10, Corral. And that is incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big third down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. On 3rd down, Corral. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. The kick by Carlson is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And this is caught by Evans. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that'll make it second down. They'll set up a throw. There's Evans again, complete. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. So we just called his name on the previous snap, and they go right back to him, Charles, for a second consecutive completion.
Yeah, I think what we're discovering on this drive is that he feels like he has answers no matter what defense you throw up there. He reads it.
He's got a man, complete. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. But sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
And I tell you, from our broadcast booth, because we're pretty close to the 50, we had the best view, a bird's-eye view of that throw, and it was an absolute thing of beauty to watch. Never ceases to amaze me, the arm strength of these guys.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merritt. And the Raiders are going to take over at their own 2-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw something away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away? It could cost them a ball game.
Now, quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Corral from his own end zone. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. This defense for the Packers, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
2nd down, Jacobs once more. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time. Corral
now to throw. That'll be caught. Rager with it. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses. And this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Corral, another throw coming. Oh, looking for Waller, but this is intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the Packers are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands but could not hang on. So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. He has it complete to Christian Watson. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders 21. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Raiders 3, Packers nothing.
Come on, set.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back.
Ready, ready.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's got Watson. It's caught. Touchdown, Packers. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Packers have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Once again, it's Jacobs. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
And that's a nice pickup of a 1st down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gain, they can run that play on any down.
Now a give to Jacobs running right. He'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Corral. Oh, looking for water, but this is intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the Packers are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
Well, those have been a problem for him all season, but never quite as much as they have in these last few minutes. Let's count it up now. A pair of picks on his team's last 2 drives and double-digit interceptions this season. I don't care if you're the best in the game or an undrafted rookie. You've got to take better care of the football or you're going to cost your team chances.
The pass on first down. Complete to number 30.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. So, Charles, you look at this offense, and what a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, not quite at this time, because if we look at the Steelers in 2020, they're a great example. They started 11-0, then lost 5 and 6 and won in the first round. I think if you get toward mid-November, the Thanksgiving time frame, and you're still doing this, that's when things start to get real for a ball.
And it's a fumble. And they will get this across midfield, but still well short of the first as he's dropped at the 46. Offensively lucky there, able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. Wow, I mean, it's so rare to even see one attempted from that distance, CD, let alone converted, but he came through with confidence and matches what was Tom Dempsey's 43-year NFL record at one point of 63 yards.
Yeah, I can still see that highlight of Dempsey making that kick, and nowadays we see it a little bit differently because, remember, Dempsey was a straight-on kicker. But these guys nowadays, the range keeps increasing, and they keep putting it through the posts.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. From the 41, Corral. And the ball is knocked out. But I think the Raiders are going to be able to hold on to it, yes. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. Now Corral on 3rd and 2. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 20-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, How much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
And the Packers first down.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Yates. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down.
Ready.
Up the middle they go. Spears. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
He's tackled at the 35-yard line.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Touchdown, Packers! Mike Evans from 17 yards out. And the Packers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 17-3.
17, Raiders 3.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Well, not much time remains here in this 1st half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores. That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 23 yards, the final tally.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you're doing like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
This defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a 2nd half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to look deep for more. Corral is intercepted again. That's number 3. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football.
And I think this is a situation where a quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And incomplete on the deep ball. So we've come to halftime here with the visiting Packers out on top. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the 3rd quarter. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Hey, Charles, they got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan? He rifles one that's intercepted. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on third down, and you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down. From the 17, Corral. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that's going to make it third down and less than a yard.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
On third down, Grayson. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. Here's Jacobs. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in. Now, they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get in the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
Third and goal. Here's Corral. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Carlson able to put this one through. And a second field goal here gets them back within 11 now. It's 17-6. Whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin the second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. The last drive for this offense, Charles, you remember it ended in one play, that quick interception, but they do still have the lead as they start this drive here.
And that's something to focus on for them as well, because it's not quite no harm, no foul. But the interception, hey, shake it off, move on. Hasn't cost your team the lead, and now it's time to rebound. And the quarterback and his teammates, they can add to the lead with a good drive here.
We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
So now it's third and long, because remember, they also lose it down on the grounding call. Back to throw. And down he goes, brought down a Raider sack. It's the former number 4 overall pick, Cleveland Farrell, that got in there to bring him down. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and it'll be Raiders football, first and 10. offense set to get this drive started. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Packers pick it up. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good.
And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Raiders pick it up. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. A little careless with the football. And he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did. And when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand. Put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
On second down, Jacobs. Oh, he's got a little daylight. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 87 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then, you take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
First down and goal to go.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Gain on the play leads to 2nd and goal at the Packers' 10-yard line.
On second down, here's Corral. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling a back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turn it into a successful play.
3rd and goal at the 4-yard line. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, his 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Raiders are back within a score. So the first drive ended in 3. This time they take it down and punch it in the end zone.
So that first drive felt like they were just gathering knowledge, didn't it? Just enough to kick the field goal on the first one. And the second time they put it all together and got it all the way to the end zone.
Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And he bangs it through, makes it a 17-13 ball game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11.
Getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They're going to look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the stiff arm made it a pretty little run. Not a huge gain, but a nice chunk of yardage. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Now, that was a designed run. Now, remember, if a quarterback goes feet first, he's protected. But if he dives head first, he's not. On that play, he figured the risk was worth the reward.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. That one goes for 30 yards. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. But we'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Ready.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. This is caught. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A very solid gain of 27. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. From 4 yards out. And the Packers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. So here we go. The Packers will line up to go for 2. They'll look to throw. And this one's caught. And their fourth quarter lead grows by a couple more. So they go with the pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Corral on 2nd down. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
The offense on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 11. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
They had to put it mildly. Look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
He's got Watson. It's caught. Touchdown, Packers. A great play there. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Packers have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will make this a 19-point game. So So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
19-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
A handoff, Jacobs running to the left. And some room to work. And he'll be out right at the 35.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Jacobs running left. Room here to run. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. He's been having a great game, and that one right there, his best run so far, and it ends with 6 points.
And not only that, in his mind, what is he thinking? Can I get to 200 yards as well? Because he knows he's closing in on it. He may not know the exact number, but the best runners have a feel of what the yardage is that they're compiling, and he knows that he's getting close to that 200-yard mark now.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll set up to throw. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Yates. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first.
A gain of 15. First down, Green Bay.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Trayvon Merritt. And the Raiders are right back in this football game. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know they're just trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
2nd down, Jacobs once more. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down. On 3rd down, Corral. He'll get this underneath to Jacobs. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs from the gun. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. 193 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Yeah, they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone. Corral from the gun on 3rd down here. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss. 4th down, here's Corral. Looking for Wright, and he finds him. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Las Vegas. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. But I think the Raiders are going to be able to hold on to it. Yes. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down. Corral looking to throw it. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Now Corral. It's reeled in by Baldwin. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 23. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. Corral. Touchdown! Brock Wright, his first touchdown on the year. And the Raiders go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Spears, and he'll be taken down at about the 45. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Now a handoff up the middle. Spears, and he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the offense will get this one back. Boy, that could have been catastrophic at this late stage of the game, but they avoid disaster. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. Well, Charles,